Okay, we have done our opening, so now we're going to draw our windows. Now, in the WA markets in particular, we don't actually care what the structure of the window is. We don't care whether it's a sliding door or an awning or a slider. We only care about the opening we're creating and the brickwork or lintels that it will produce or relate to that window. All of our aluminium and joinery generally comes from quotes. So all we're doing is a very simple entry of a frame that will cut the hole in the brickwork, work out any cuts, sills or heads, and also the lintels. Okay, so if we go to our frames with DWG view, and I'll start with this window here. So now we go to our window tool. Very simple, pick one of the endpoints of the window and give it a direction. So go from the outside and in that direction there. If you do that, the window will appear outside the wall, so it needs to be inside the room. So the outside of the wall to the inside of the room. And there we go. So we'll come in at the default size. So every time you enter this window, you need to change it to the size as stated. So this is actually a 16 by 1910. Sorry, by 910. So we have all those standard lists on the drop down. And the height will be 16. And important to get the room name correct here, because the lintel reports will use this room name to categorise those lintels. This is just the master. Okay, and as you can see with this frame object, it's actually creating lintels. There's a lot of settings we have down here for lintels, but we'll review that in a future video. Okay, and also make sure you have the head height correct. Very important. So all of these windows are 25 courses, except for this slider at the rear, which is 28 courses. Like I mentioned previously, if the head, what the tool does, if the head is at the same height as a component, it won't draw a lintel. If it's below that height of the component, it will draw a lintel. And we'll see that in more detail in the lintels view. Okay, so now we'll finish off these windows. So the outside endpoints into the room, and same size. $16 and master suite. Okay, while it's doing that, we'll have a quick look at the 3D view. So you can now start to see these openings that we are creating along here. So you can see I've actually got the height roll, which is a good thing I checked. So if we go back to our frames view, typed in 6 have I? Yes, so we'll press X to select that window. Change that back to 16. Done. So you can see this label gives you the size of the window, the three important variables, so the width, the height, and the head height. Okay, we'll carry on with the rest of these windows. So that's 12, it's going to be a 6 by 1110. And the room is ensuite. Done. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll skip over to this window, which has a different head height. So the outside point inside the room, this is going to be a 2410. And this frame type is actually going to be door. And what that will do is that will change the sill to be a trafficable sill. So it'll give you the solids instead of the normal bricks. The head height is going to be 28. The height is going to be 28. And the room name will make it kitchen. Okay, so go to our 3D view. You can see it's chopped that wall. See, there's our openings. Okay, I'll pause the video and I'll complete the rest of these windows, and then I'll jump back into recording. See you then. Okay, so I have now drawn all the windows into our model, as you can see there. If we have a look at our quick look at our 3D view, let's go back to my brickwork view and have a look. You get a good idea of what's going on there. Okay, so the last two windows I need to do are a corner window to the front elevation here. So we'll go back to our plan view. I'll show you how we handle corner windows in Truth Engine. So you still use the window tool. And see how it's preferring to select this wall instead of that wall. So what I'm going to do is press escape, select our wall, and this wall as well, and I'm going to send it to the front. I'll go back to my tool. See, now it's happily picking the wall we require. So I'm going to draw that wall from here to here, the window from here to here. Okay, and then do the same thing with the other frame that makes up the corner window. You see there's our two windows. So what we can do now, press X, select these two windows, corner window, box, and it joins it all up for us. We'll zoom out and have a look at that. Keep going to my brickwork view, zoom out. You can see it's chopped out the brickwork properly. Now, the one thing to note is with the lintels or the corner lintel that we'll create, we do need to tell this window the shape of the adjoining or connected window. So if we go back to our window, you see if you select that window there, we have this node or vertex, and we use that to show this window what the shape is of the connecting window. So what we do is we grab that node and we put it on that point there. And by doing that, you're actually defining the L shape of the corner window. And you do the same with this. If it ever happens and you move it accidentally, just press Control Z straight away. Select that node again. Drop that to there. Okay, and as soon as you do that, it also knows that the shape of the lintel. So if we do quickly jump ahead and look at our lintels, you can see that's created an L lintel for us automatically. But it has also created a lintel on both windows, so we only want the one. So if we select this window, we don't want lintels. There we go. So there's one lintel associated to this window that covers both of these windows. Okay, so that means we've drawn all our frames for this job, and in the next video we will do our doors. See you there.